Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Radiant team pick.
Right, welcome back,
10
ladies and gentlemen,
seconds
boys and
remaining.
girls. Summit 7 European qualifying action. Empire versus ProDotA
5
coming at
seconds
you. Empire
remaining.
up 1-0 here in about a 60-minute game there. Game number one.
Breaker.
Yeah, back and forth battle for the most part, but
Radiant
Empire
team
ultimately getting ahead and not looking back. They're trying to finish the job here and move on to the playoffs, where ProDotA, they're trying to force a third and final game. I'm Bricky CPK, joined by Z-Rock once again, and we got a similar heroes from the first game. We got Spirit Breaker as well as Crystal Maiden, but Spirit Breaker this time on the side.
Yeah,
5
and a
seconds
bit of a change of
remaining.
bans. Warlock getting banned out now, instead of the Slaughter. So that will be available. If ProDotA does
team
want to
pick.
go the Slaughter route, kind of the same style of opening out of Empire though. Run at you hero, a life stealer. But without the Warlock, we'll have to see. That was a huge reason to their victory in game 1. So we're gonna have to find a new way to
10
get into
seconds
team
remaining.
fights.
Spirit Breaker good at that for
5
individual.
seconds remaining.
Getting that huge AoE. Little tough.
Reserve time.
Yeah, and in team fights, you don't want to use them as your life stealer vessel because it's not instant. You want something that can blink in and be in the team fight in the right position right away. So it's still going to be looking to get a blink hero or potentially the Ember Spirit yet again. And I was pretty surprised and pleased by how FN played that Ember Spirit. I felt like it's been fairly lackluster since the nerfs, but really doing a lot with it, getting Lifestealer into some team fights early, and managing to live in some very precarious situations.
Slaughter.
Radiant
Interesting
team
pick for
ban.
Empire here. Kind of that initiating, setting up.
Yeah, the issue with Darkseer and Lifestealer as like a delivery system, if you want him to be your way in, is he doesn't want to blink into melee range. He wants to blink into vac wall range
10 seconds
and kind of blink around the fight to the best position you can get that off, which can put Lifestealer in a weird spot.
5 seconds
But it does pair
remaining.
very well with Spirit Breaker. Super aggressive dual lane, lots of gank potential. Really can pressure out any tri-lane for the most part. So yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, I could see them doing something like that and then getting another method to get the Lifestealer in through the mid lane hero.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah. I mean, the big thing is we'll have to see if ProDotA
10
respects the
seconds
LC.
remaining.
It's a very contested pick. I won't say a very
5
good pick.
seconds
It
remaining.
has its ups, it has its downs, but still a fantastic way to get a Lifestealer into a fight.
Reserve time.
Just a very solid offlaner in the current meta as it stands. So that'd be the next ban if I'm
Dire
ProDotA here.
team ban.
Pretty much just snap ban and move on.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I feel like with how long these games go, Sand King gets outscaled way too hard. You just get to the point where your Sand King feels like an Epi isn't going to change a fight. So then he becomes a blink and hit the best burrow he can type hero. And if that's your offlaner, it just feels low impact in a lot of games once you get to that 50, 60-minute mark.
I like we have a good cop, bad cop.
I know, right?
I'm making suggestions, you know.
You be optimistic and I shoot you down.
You're just like, nah, that's trash. You're horrible.
That's dumb. Yeah, come on, Breaky. You're better than that.
No, it's kind of fun though. It's different perspectives. It's good. That is a very fair point though. See, they're not snap banning though.
They're burning reserve time on this. They're digging deep. I mean, what else are they worried about here?
Batrider?
I can't imagine. Maybe it kind of suffers from the same problem as the LC though. It's very single target focused. Yeah, it lets you kind of get positioning on that one person, but yeah, it is a Batman. Good call, Breaky. Want to switch roles? I'll do play-by-play this game. You do the analysis. All right, it'll be great.
Nothing will go wrong.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am Xerox. I'm going to be bringing you play-by-play. No, I'm kidding. All right, so your Empire, the LC is in the pool. How long do you take to pick it? Tick-tock.
5 seconds remaining.
Even going to go into reserve time. Again,
maybe.
The one thing is, I'm not surprised if they actually take some reserve time. It's like, is it too much single time?
Mm-hmm.
It's good, though.
They have to think about the pool of heroes left over here, too. Do you want to grab a support that you may consider premium, or do you want to hide your offlane pick until later in the draft? Because right now, it's not obvious if PDs pick their offlaner. The Slaughter we've usually seen ran in the 4-roll, can be ran as an offlaner. So maybe you want to wait until you see what the offlane pick is. Maybe you think you counter LC well enough.
Lena.
Bane is kind of that.
Bane's a little weird.
Kind of counter, but at the same time, it's weird. It is different. It is not the usual.
Oh. Okay, so hear me out here. It's not a perfect system, but you grab an Abaddon here if you're Empire. It's still in the pool. Very, very solid offlaner. And then you go Puck last pick. It does okay into Lena. It's strictly a skill matchup. You can outplay the Lena, you can just body her, or it can go like we saw a Limp against Lena yesterday where he just dies 3 times in the first, 7 minutes? But I think that's what I would like to see out of them here. The Abaddon's going to add a lot of teamfight presence overall with the shields. Once the Radiance comes online, substantial AoE damage. The Puck's going to give you the missing control, the AoE zone control, and a great way to get Lifestealer into fights.
Where's the Bane coming from? I'm trying to think because
I don't know.
If anything, it's like the two very valuable things I think a Bane brings up among heroes is the Nightmare setup, which in this case it's like if anything like a Marana Arrow or whatever. They don't on that, and so is that really necessary? And then there's the idea of the lockdown from the ultimate going through Magic Immunity. It was too against a Lifestealer, you could argue it, but it does seem like an odd pickup here.
I mean, it is. I don't think there's anything left to say. It's not particularly good against any of the heroes here on PD. It gives you 2 forms of interrupt, I guess, for the CM ult, but yeah. Okay, so there is one little thing that I can think of. So when Bane nightmares somebody, they go invulnerable for a little while. It's like half a second. And if you do that, Bane can wake you up from it, and then Lifestealer gets a guaranteed rage. So it's a way you could maybe stop a Slardar blink initiation from just insta-popping your Lifestealer. Okay, so there's the Puck. We got phase 1 of this process. We're getting there. But no, that would be the only thing I can think of. Maybe you're a little scared that if Slardar gets a blink crush on Lifestealer, somebody just blows him up. It's a way to protect him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of almost like it's like a different version of like what would a Shadow Demon would be.
5 seconds remaining.
An OD imprisonment, obviously. Saving tool. So maybe a little more defensively. Yeah, makes sense.
Well, and it kind of plays to a form of counter initiation, right? Maybe Empire's seeded the fact we're not going to win team fights. We're not going to be the ones engaging necessarily all the time. And it's a way for them to kind of play off the back foot, let ProDotA go in, bait themselves in, and make it so Empire doesn't have to find the initiation.
I mean, so you kind of called Empire. You
Juggernaut.
puck. Abaddon to finish, but
Slark. Okay.
Radiant team ban.
So Slark works out very nicely if your Lina gets ahead, because it sets up a solid 4-man unit. Slark can get to Shadowblade plus 1 item, and then start joining teamfight. Once he has that item timing, then it gets a little better. And all in all, pretty good into Lifestealer. Can purge off the open wounds. When things get really desperate, Shadow Dance is super good into this lineup. Because most of what they have single target. The only AoE they have is Puck, which is very, very lackluster in the grand scheme of things in the late game. So I like to pick a lot here as a response to Empires. What other offlaners? Okay, so they banned the LC. I'm okay with this. I do think Abaddon might work a little better for them. Does ProDotA acknowledge
10
this?
seconds remaining.
Because if they ban out the Abaddon, you're getting really deep into the offlane pool. That's when you're starting to get back to stuff like Centaurs or, God forbid, Earthshakers or Pit Lord?
Enigma. I mean, Enigma's definitely
Axe.
irrelevant.
Okay, Axe is still in the pool too.
Oh,
Maybe a consideration for Empire here if they don't want to go the Abaddon route. Would also give you a way to stop Shadow Dance a little bit. Lets you call and Blade Mail still during the Shadow Dance.
5 seconds remaining. 10.
Needs assassin.
It depends on whether they want to play a tempo game or want to scale into the late game. If they're going to play a controlled game like last game, I think Abaddon is worlds better. He scales so much better with items. He's a late game monster. But Axe would give him the tempo. It kind of counters some of the PD lineup.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Axe could do that. See, I can respect the Abaddon, though. It's
for the cheese.
Wow. So, okay, so they've got the puck delivery system. That gets that part covered. But Nature's Prophet. I wonder if this will be the like hard right-clicking NP that we've seen a little bit, where they go like Deso into Shadowblade. Just a really early game right-clicky NP. I'm a little scared for Empire's lineup and the fact that, as you said, you're very single target heavy, and Puck and NP can both just get deleted by Lina.
Ten seconds remaining.
All right.
5 seconds remaining.
You ready to play the fun game? How many Midas is Empire going to buy this game? Okay, I was going to say 3 as well, but I think it'll be Lifestealer, Puck, NP. Nah, I don't think Spirit Breaker will. Miposhkin never gets any items on this team. Like, he's always broke. But, yeah, I think we've just seen that so much of what a Puck can do relies on him getting to 25, getting the GPM talent, and then just saying what items are going to win us this game. That's when we see Dagged 5s coming out, or Ags, or Sheepstick, or, I mean, Bloodthorn, whatever they need to win the game at that point. And with the way Empire played last game, and the way they played the last series that we watched, they seem to like that slow reserve style of Dota, which is strange from a CIS team.
Successful one.
Prepare for battle.
Again, arguably best ones up there. Really, you got Virtus Pro and then Fire.
Yeah,
Vega
and
Squad,
Vega.
maybe another name.
Yeah. I mean, Na'Vi, question mark.
Well, we're going to see them later today.
Yeah, I think there's more question marks than exclamation points after that one. But NP, man, this hero has so many cosmetics. I think he has the most in the game. Nature's Prophet.
Oh.
Just as far as sheer number available in the game. Just has so many different sets.
Got the boots first. That's to happen in the offline, of course. Scouting out on Spear. Down. He is being seen, though, right now.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, and we're seeing a little bit of a lead already for PD. They managed to kill off an NP treant, so getting CM some extra experience.
Poke from Bane, a pretty late smoker. So.
Yeah, really late timing.
No. The middle.
The battle
Now you run up and
begins.
sleep Kaiser and take the rune, right? No, he's not gonna actually do it. That'd be insane. You walk into 4 heroes and just die or something.
With me.
Well, he's setting up here. Was it be a career?
Possibly. Maybe just looking to do like what an ogre does, where he runs up and pressures a little bit, and then nightmares or brain saps, depending on the situation. Yeah.
Yeah, but waiting patiently. The courier, not to.
Yeah, I mean, you are right. It does look like he's setting up for the standard courier sign. Mid lane usually grabs a health pot to start the game out.
This time around, though. So.
Look at FN's health already. He's just traded so many hits away. He's got a salve, and he already burned one of his tangos.
Yeah.
He might have just sent a second salve right now. This is looking painful.
Up lane. 2 versus 3 up here. Milan. Onslaught.
Oh, the block.
Blocked him on the creeps right here. The Ghostics treat. For them, they cannot trap him in there, but crush out of it.
Yeah, nice tango eat, making sure he can get out there. It's good pathing.
Buck versus Lena. Again, Lena's really putting that pressure in. We've seen this, as you said, with the whole Mickey recently. An IP against... But the point is...
First blood.
Yes, Kaiser will make it happen. I should have stuck on it, man.
Yeah, I was watching that whole thing. Puck kind of saw the writing on the wall and tried to get a safety orb out, but it was going in the same direction that the slave was. So when he went to the orb, he ended up still dying because it was coming through at the same point. So really unfortunate, and that's a huge boon for Lena because now she has total tempo control of this lane.
Meanwhile, 3-3 at the bottom lane. Nick's assassin. He's experienced and gonna disrupt the jungle attempt here. Bane going on, so.
Against almost any offlaner, Bane trades like a god. 60 base damage, super tanky, has brain sap to swing trades in his favor. But with the extra light or base health regen on Nyx and the fairly high armor value, it's just hard to get a good trade.
Regeneration.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah, played right there by Nick. Actually goes back in, and now he's taking a creep wave, so I don't know if this is going to be as successful for 3-3 as he hoped for.
I mean, he's got a poor man's and 4 armor, 4 HP regen. He's fine. And he gets that creep wave too. That's another huge thing out of this.
Gold for me.
Late as well.
I like this kind of dual offlane meta we've started to see. Like, we can see Nick's got a creep wave, and normally in the offlane, that's super influential. You're very happy to get that. But NP's already the same level as him, actually a little bit higher. And it's all because of this extra pressure Miposhka's put up here.
There. Putting himself in front, takes the impale, but too much damage, perhaps just to get out of that.
No.
Be comfortable. And again, on his way to getting a decent timing level 6, which is very important. Data.
Wow. That's fast phase boots on the MP.
That middle lane, by the way. He could be in trouble again. There could be one to kill by Miposhka, and the flank down goes Puck. Coming across Lena, lands the LSA, and he's fine. Well played by Kaiser. Oh, by fine, I mean he might not be fine.
Yeah.
P-ports it.
He was there the whole time. He just held the 4th skill point, took Sprout with it. Easy kill off the back of the phase boots. So 1 for 1, still in favor of PD more than likely. It goes to the Lena, which is going to mean a faster 6. FN goes down even more in experience. But at least Empire gets something out of it.
Still on Nyx Assassin bottom lane. Let's do enough down here. You got the brain sap again from Bane. Nice nuke cap earlier on, and overplayed his hand right there.
Way overplayed. Nightmare wasn't even used to set that up.
Oh, Haste Rune going to be picked up by FN meanwhile, and ruin that at least should help him with his positioning again, already behind quite a bit.
If he gets stunned with a haste rune, that's when you gotta just kind of chuckle.
Getting outplayed.
It's just not your game at that point, man. That's when you just pause and call, you know, a little pep talk. Pushka down here, though, it looks like he got scouted by Milan. May look to close in on him. It's like, Kaiser, there's a present here. We can see him with this new ward. Can they see him?
Bane. He slept the Crystal Maiden and ran. They knew something was up here in the middle lane there.
Oh. Alright, there's the charge.
There's the charge. He was late to react, honestly. Now, he avoided the Lucifer damage, but ended up the port from NP. And down goes Lena. So they are really recovering puck here in terms of the matchup. Focusing on taking out Lena now.
And this was kind of my little tangent about Miposhka last game. I don't know whether to call this guy a genius or what, because at times that looks great. Like, check Dyer's vision here. They could not see him. Now the ward's dewarded, but they couldn't see him with the ward with where he was in the trees, even though the ward was right below him. So very patient from Miposhka, sitting there until the right time. And a great kill to catch FN up. That's the one he needed.
Not for you.
Top lane. Lots of pressure to Slaughter right here. But get anything out of it other than jungle somewhat. NP's been doing a great job of up here. Slark is 30-2 now. I mean, Garter's also doing great himself. One of those cases back and forth. Both are situation, but can you compare the off lanes even? That's how they're doing. NP's level 6 now. Nick's still level 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all off the back of Miposhka's pressure. Now with NP having phase boots, very hard to go on him. The treants just provide a ton of supplemental damage. And Chappie going the Midas, so 1 down. 2 to go, question mark?
Last game ended up again pretty well.
Yeah, Miposhka changing up his build a little bit. Took a point in empowering haste super early. Does speed him up, so he's able to kind of weave in and out of fights a little better, but hurts the initiation potential.
Puck is in trouble though. The Laguna blade. One run attack kill.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was scary.
That was really brave from FN to hold the phase shift on the first auto attack. If Lena high rolled her damage there, it would have been a kill. Speaking of Valve, if you're listening, please get rid of damage ranges. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Like when it says 75 plus 3, it's 66 to 84. You know. Bot lane.
They want the 3-3 again. Bane coming in. Up with the Nightmare. NP ports in. Follow the brain sap opening.
Chappie just says, I don't want to do this. I want to farm. Did not go up at all. Oh, he wanted to get the Midas done. Okay. He needed 1 CS for it.
He's wasting a little bit of time there, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. He'll probably fall into the jungle. Kept all of his trees alive. So, easy way to be efficient, especially when you have Miposhka up here leeching the lane. You're losing almost nothing with that NP rotation.
Spear breaker. Experience, meanwhile.
And to be honest, he's in even less danger than the NP was up here. Like, he's almost unkillable.
Puck's dead here.
Ooh, maybe?
I feel like 3-3 needs to open with an Impale.
Well, you want to open with a Carapace.
Oh.
Look at the scout, though.
I'll take that.
No sentry called that, right? Yeah, they didn't see the Vendetta beforehand. That's actually just a read. They said Nyx is 6, he's gonna roam on you. But yeah, no, the best opening you could have is when FN's either orbing to try to dodge something from Lena or orbing in for CS like that, and then you just Carapace from Invis. It doesn't break your Vendetta, then you can get the Vendetta hit and then stun outside of it.
In the end, decides to go back to the bottom lane for good reason again. Good scout out there as mentioned. By Empire, King off of that. Sentry.
Nice. NP didn't go on Midas, he wanted drums. I'm so happy right now. So, gonna be pushing the lead really early. This is a tower pushing build. He's gonna want to apply pressure to lane. Bottom lane, porting in on 3-3.
Like Carapace on that wear off, but they got no vision. Now they do. Dust comes out, but it's too late. He did not pop that.
Ghost stick? Yeah. And he had Sprout, so if he popped the dust right away, easy kill. Maybe it was on the wrong hotkey. We'll have to see if he moves it.
Is it just me, or whenever you have an interest profit, also the idea of your core being a melee kind of...
Slightly? Yeah, it's not great. You don't really want to have that happen. I mean, there are things you can do. So, like, an NP gank, especially if he's going to keep level 1 Sprout for a long time, about half the duration of Sprout, what you want to do is just break it down into treants, and then just make a wall with the treants, and kind of get a ghetto Sprout. And then it's okay. But Lifestealer can also hatchet his way into the Sprout, too, if he has to. It just really feels bad when you, like, Sprout a Lina, and Lifestealer's trying to hit it, and then Lina just, like, Laguna's the Lifestealer for a kill. You got me killed!
Dire's middle tower is under
Dell's
attack.
gonna miss at the bottom lane right there.
Radiant's top tower is
Going
under
for it,
attack.
but nothing really happened for me. Kaiser was in the area, but he's heading back middle now. Good farm in the middle lane. He's up there with net, but Chappie is lit in the way. Hannah minus. The same build he went the first game. Huck, however, it's gonna be interesting to see where he goes, especially kind of playing a little bit from behind. Well, he's recovered pretty well, actually.
Yeah, always kind of had a CS lead in this lane. Has been CSing very well. It's just the Lina's been pressuring so hard, making sure Q's hit for damage.
Assassin. Bottom lane here. He's level 7 now. We saw him with that Vendetta attempt earlier on. He's off cooldown, but...
Ooh, they scout this, don't they? Yeah. Milan with the quick read. Is he out? Oh, just barely. Great, great ward. Totally saving his butt there.
I was wondering if the Spirit Breaker, but that's where Lifestealer was inside and trying to go for the ball right there, but unsuccessful. It kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier. I mean, Spirit Breaker's an okay target, but the fact that he doesn't get there immediately. Like, by the way, Kaiser, he's wrapped in. Damage, but no follow-up. Looking to play to the face now. Caustic, and all of a sudden the opening from the Nixon center with the Vendetta auto attack gets the kill. Bane also hit by the impale. Bane's gonna also fall. Brainstaff's not gonna save him this time around. Crystal made it, also evading Jet from FN. Meanwhile, big recovery, and also 2 for 1 so far. But FN, he's on the run. Can he somehow survive this? Has the phase shift up. Loses the reorb in 1 second. Also magic one card is good to go. Gonna use the combo right there. Get some distance.
Wow, he's trying.
But he's gonna get caught in that freezing distance down, and that's just helping secure it in the end. All the Spirit Breakers
W.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Buck was so close to killing 2 people there.
Yeah, you're right, actually. They were low.
A kill on Milan would have probably leveled Puck up, maybe giving him enough HP to get like the 1 auto he would have needed to kill Garter. Wow. I mean, FN played that so well. That was as much room as he could make on that, and any other rotation, any little bit of damage, and that would have been so good.
Lina, hit that right there. Got to kill though
Radiant's
before, but
bottom tower is
yes,
under attack.
Bloodstone, well in the works. That round, and again, the cast range picked up as well.
Yeah, Maposhka's gonna go hunting though. He's got an invis rune. Chappie's top lane. They want to find a kill with this invis very, very badly. Chappie might just infest into the Spirit Breaker here. Or farm.
Lane coming in.
Radiant's bottom
Speaking
tower
of
is
Chappie.
under attack.
Fine. It looked like the supports were coming in. Vendetta Nyx Assassin is here nearby, but gonna go all the way up there instead of going on Milan. And Nyx is not nearby anymore, and Chappie trying to kill. 4 coming in though.
They're still infest up.
Well, but they don't know Bane's here, by the way, in the backside. Nyx is dropping towards him, pops the drums, but it's gonna come at a cost for him. Very likely, Crystal Maiden being run down by Chappie, but not enough. Slark gets the kill onto NP. Meanwhile, 3-3, he's on the run with that spiked carapace. Ain't gonna save him though. Chappie on his ass.
Yeah. I mean, 2 in the end. They got Slaughter to start it off.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was a couple of interesting decisions there. Chappie didn't infest before the Nether Strike, which would have put him right on top of Slaughter, giving him a nice, clean initiation out. And NP kind of just got thrown to the wolves. They just let him die while he's man-fighting that Crystal Maid. And NP is doubling back for a Midas, it looks like. So, Dota is going to be 2. And CM picked up a recipe for hers. Nyx almost to his. So we might see 5 of them in this game.
Not gonna be on Slark though.
No.
Saber game.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he decides to actually do this. Shadowblade flying out already? Okay. Yeah, so Shadowblade's up.
It's not a little poor right there.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under
Of course.
attack. Dire's bottom
yeah,
tower has fallen.
Well, what you're mentioning with the Treant Protector in the last fight real quickly is that they kind of left him on his own, but honestly, he ported in very far himself, so the positioning, I think, was a little ambitious on his part.
It was. Yeah, the Nature's Prophet did port in pretty aggressively, but I think he expected Chappie to be helping him. Chappie instead turned on the gripped Nyx instead, just going for the higher value kill. Because they would have killed CM 100%, which might have gotten NP out, but... Instead, picking up the Nyx, which was a worthwhile kill. It put him off the Midas another 2 or 3 minutes.
Just about has it now. Quite a bit. Slaughter, Blink Dagger, it's not going to be happening anytime soon. He's still trying to finish this Tranquil at this point. Speaking of Blink, though,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Is purchased. ASAP, and he's almost level 12, so he's that much better. I think that Laguna played level 2 as well now. Kaiser.
Yeah, and the critical juncture for Puck's going to be level 15 talent. Does he take the 20% MR? Mapochka, though, diving in.
Is under attack.
Picked up, and now Crystal Maiden's going to end up falling. Coming in on the other side, but to get your late now, the numbers obviously in favor of Empire. Careful taking a fight right here after the side. Spear Pricker going to be found by the next assassin. Mark Nelson, not enough for the kill initially though. Spear Pricker fights them off a little bit. They popped at the shrine and find enough time for his team to help him out.
Yeah, still a super nice start there for Empire. Chappie, jeez. Just picked up the armlet, and with that burst damage, able to bring down 2 heroes extremely quickly. Well played by Spirit Breaker there. Got the Nether Strike to start the fight off, and then straight charged the Crystal Maiden. So good job in getting 2 instead of just 1 there. Nice little heads up play.
Oh, this is gonna be big. Fiend's grip locked in. They were hanging around this whole time. Is it enough damage though? And he's porting in just in case. Nice Scareface goes up, but it's not enough to save. The freezing field is gonna be canceled immediately by the Nightmare there. Backline Delino's here and gets the kill at a Puck. The Kuka blade bursts him down like he's nothing. NP he ended up never coming in actually, and now King R, he's left.
He wants 1.
A lot of right here. And a 2 for 1 in return actually, so definitely working out for ProDotA. Good rotations on there.
Yeah, very nice. Still have the NP and the Lifestealer farming away during all this though. Lifestealer's closing in on Deso extremely quickly. Like another minute and he's gonna have that ready.
Hammer is done, but yeah, just caught there. NP has the Hand of Midas finished, and what is next enemy? Shadowblade himself.
Radiant's bottom tower
Gank
is
idea.
under attack.
Right click assist. They mentioned the idea that drones being picked up earlier on perhaps help with push even. Has that been really accomplished? Or?
I mean, they've taken 2 of the T1s, which has been a good start. A big struggle for them has been how late this Puck Blink came online, though. It's made it very hard for them to find good initiations on the side of Empire. And now that that's online, the tides could change a little bit. The Slaughter is still worlds off of his Blink, and the Nyx stopped from Midas first. So definitely a good time for Empire to try to find some more fights. Use that Puck Blink, use those drums, and kind of flex the might of your earlier game items.
Chappie is so far up there though. 2,500 pet fleet almost over the Sark at this point. They even get a little bit more boost of gold as the team will take down the middle tower. So they tried a fort right there and they were late. That's unfortunate.
Was it within the second grace period though? Yeah, it was.
Was? Okay.
Yeah, there is a grace period now where it'll say you forted, you don't really fort, and then it just doesn't burn the cooldown. So they're going for a quick smoke though. Ready with the Infest. Brand new Blink on Puck. Well, fairly new Blink on Puck. And finding Kaiser here would be just massive.
Well, they used. Beat up the Fiery Soul. Going into the jungle, but again, they're being flanked this whole time. They don't realize this.
Yeah. Ooh. This fight's gonna get a little sketchy. It should be nice though if NP ults in.
Jumps in, that's a perfect Kaiser. Target Kaiser gets caught right there. He spreads initially, but it's not enough. The Drinkwell then eventually comes down. Meanwhile, the freezing still gonna be kept immediately. You do that back puck, 17%. It's pretty strong. Down goes Bane though in return, and actually Carter will get another go, but at what cost for him? He's gonna have to Shadow Dance away. Puck wants to finish the job, so does Chappie. Wolfine up though. Chappie pops in range, goes in for it. Sark gets picked up, and Avalon's got him. So we're talking about the spray interaction, but he will eventually go down though. It's a double kill for Gothic. They're trying to clean up, go for the full cleanup here on 3-3, but no. This light Carapace will be enough to keep him alive.
Is under attack.
Limps away. Gnostic goes right to the top lane. He's gonna finish the second.
And that was Lena's brand new Bloodstone. Oh, that feels so terrible.
Yeah, she denied herself, didn't she? Okay.
And it almost made that fight semi-okay. It at least almost got people out, because the CM got healed to full from almost nothing. Nyx got a bunch of health back, but just not quite enough. And opted for the damage instead of the respawn talent, too. So, yeah, some interesting decisions here out of PD.
I know you mentioned that yesterday. That is kind of, you know, when we first were seeing Alina again, the idea of the Bloodstone and the respawn. Now, obviously the talents were swapped around in places, but it feels like this is becoming more of the getting that 50 damage, still going to Bloodstone. It's kind of like a nice even in between.
Yeah, well,
that less resurrection time.
It was funny because the game after that, the Lina didn't go Bloodstone and then got the respawn talent.
Yeah.
There's a grip on CM.
Kill, but now Bane's in trouble, although Nature's Prophet being nearby. Puts the Nightmare on one. Brainstabs the other. In fact, setting up a turn kill with Sadar. And not only a turn kill, but he's going to survive the whole time. Very well.
Another strike. Another strike still up.
Does work. Meanwhile, what's that about? Chappie gets a kill on a Kaiser with Puck over here.
Yeah, Coil with an infest.
Oh, I think this is just falling to pieces now for ProDotA. Empire's getting a huge lead at this point. What a turn.
Yeah, tier 2 tower falls, 4 kills, you're gonna get to T2 mid. This will be like a 6,000 gold swing once all is said and done. It was almost an even game before this disaster, honestly.
So, I mean, so much for not really pressure the towers a lot. The NP is now definitely doing that very much so. We did at the top tower as soon as that fight ended. Bottom lane and then middle tower right there. Only one tier 2 remains, and we're only...
Yeah, and I love it. The NP's going to push build too. 20 int is a ton of int on NP, especially if you're going to go a right-click type build. But instead opted for the +4 treants, which means at 25 he's going to be on 2x treant HP and damage. I'm stoked. The treants get really big when you do that, and it's cool.
Even get to that point. Right? I mean, this is snowball quite in favor of Empire. Network lead for them all.
Yeah, and it's so rough when you have people go on Midas. Look at this. The Nyx and the CM both have Midases and haven't gotten to another item. And it makes it so hard for them to take fight, because they need a blink on somebody. Milan still doesn't have his. Nyx needed it with how badly behind Milan was.
I'll take that.
FN, they're hunting again. Molecular inside. FN level 50 damage picked up. Ooh, almost caught Kaiser there.
Do you have like a little Jaws theme music clip you can play when Nyx infests? Because it's pretty spooky right now. Exactly. Not right now. He's just chilling. He's dormant right now. He already fed. He needs to get hungry again. That's a very early gem pickup too on Puck. Seeing that coming out super early for the vision control. What that means to me is they want to get a lot of vision control here and then set up for Roche. They already have a ton of these towers pushed. The last T2 is bottom. And if they can take that, at this point the map is their oyster. You squeeze out PD in a very similar fashion to last game.
On bottom lane, man, he's still
is under attack.
1,600 gold saved
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
23 minutes into this game, so much later blink than they would have liked.
Radiant's top tower.
PD is riding the struggle bus hard.
Everyone but Slark. Overall is doing well. In fact, he has a full-on Silver Edge now.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom
But does it do anything without a team behind you right now? It's very hard for the rest of his teammates to get in a viable position without Puck just kind of insta-killing them.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Get that secondary
Look at
tower.
these
Like,
trees.
they're just gonna go.
There's so many of these.
This trees. Where's the Earthshaker, man? Like, they do have pretty good creep there.
Oh yeah. Very, very nice wave clear.
Deter them in. Here comes the look. Got this. Chappie was inside and teleported. This should be a pretty free way on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know. PD could, in theory, start running that way. Chappie's low. Gostic in the pit is actually really vulnerable. But it's going to take too long to react.
Your sharp
Nice move there from Empire, honestly. It was super decisive. I said, get in, let's go. Taking Roche.
Their plan is very... NP, again, I know he made some appearances at Kiev. I love the Tom. Made some appearances at Kiev, and personally, it just didn't seem like the most impressive hero at times. But this is a very smooth, like kind of transitioning from state to state of the game, as far as, you know, teleporting after a fight happens, pushing a tower, then bottom lane. They clear that, you know, you go to teleport to Roshan. They're just moving like a very fluid team right now.
Yeah, I think the only game in Kiev that I thought it was really memorable was, I want to say Moon Meander played it one game, and it had a ton of impact. He was basically, they were down and he was applying a ton of split pressure.
Well, this is so much more value than, like, with the Lifestealer Synergy. I mean, that's so good.
Yeah, Lifestealer has found a place so deep in the meta. Like, he fell out a month ago or so, just a little bit. And then people are like, wait, we can do this with him and this with him. And he keeps finding ways to get back in.
Drafted in across the board. Not over yet, but again, Empire definitely in the spot of looking good. But here we go. ProDotA, this is going to be a very critical fight. Can they get the jump? They're going to go for it. Oh, nice spaceship out the Babylon over the top. It's going to whip. He gets another Spirit Breaker, but now from the backline spot, he's going to go and get the kill on the slaughter right there. Jappy, he's still hunting for a target. Slark's a little slippery. He's trying to open wound somebody, but right there, but I can't find it. Push in the middle lane. There we go. The open wounds on a Nyx. Spike Carapace wouldn't save him here. And oh, mate, well, I guess 4-step. Tier 3's dead, and they're still going to go left to the game. Yeah, he's so tanky at this point in the game. They have to go for an effort right here. Carter goes in, the Infest bomb immediately on top of him, though. 3-3 even stepping lightly here.
Oh no.
Actually, they do get the go live today.
40 HP. FN wants their axe so bad.
She'll knock out, but the Nether Strike on a lean on the backline. He's down for 45 seconds. No buyback. The lock is picked up. And here's a rampage in beginning from Chappie now. As he is unstoppable indeed. And it's a kill Slark. That's going to be a crucial one at that. Nice freezing kill positioning though on the backline from Crystal Maiden. And will push them back. Empire needs to be careful. Not overcommitting here. Again, they do not have the Aegis anymore. He will back in though. The upper wounds hit stuff. Chappie really continues to make a play, but KD's doing a decent job of actually slightly retreating.
Yeah, Rax fell though. Didn't lose a single hero. Took a full set of Rax. I mean, again, all in all, very clean from Empire. Chappie knew his limits there. He didn't overcommit and just dive. And just gave space for NP to hit the tower. NP does so much right-click damage, and those extra trees hitting it. Super strong pushing force. Well, I mean, Milan finally got a Blink Dagger. 27 minutes in.
Oh, the reaction of the rage! That's just unfortunate for Milan right there. He's like, alright, I got this new toy. Here we go. Finally gonna use it.
This'll come in handy.
Oh, jeez. Just bad to worse for PD. What's Lena's Bloodstone down to? Yeah, 4 charges for Lena.
By the way, apparently Empire has a match against Secret here for the Plague, and it's supposed to be happening very soon, so even going to this lineup and playing very high octane. Intention to try to take care of business very quickly.
Yeah, I wonder how Dream League... I don't think they would have changed the schedule for him either. Huh. Yeah, so a lot on the line here for Empire. Looks like they're gonna close out pretty nicely, but yeah, they gotta close quickly but cleanly.
Definitely have the resource to do that here. It's pretty obvious. Go into the middle lane. It's dropping again. No Aegis this time around, but Steeler gets bigger and better. That action that he just got here recently. Just picks up on BKB.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
And there's a pretty good stun actually with that play, but Chappie pops right on out, gets the kill quickly. Kaiser has of course his own BKB and just simply run away. Dreamwell gets the kill back line, Stostick Crystal Maiden, buyback coming out from Crystal Maiden. So they are going to continue to barely hold here. It's going to be a little frustrating for Empire. In fact, Puck gets picked off, and that's a gem drop right there.
Yeah, wow. That was the downtown Laguna right there.
Dyer's middle barracks.
Clark wants some more, but good spread actually. Empire, and that might be the end of it.
So, lost Puck, lost the gem, got another Melee Axe. These seem like okay trades. And I believe Puck's Ags should be completed. Yeah, if he wants to pick that up, we'll have that done. Very, very strong tool. Means basically if you leave coil, you're stuck forever. The stun goes up to such a stupidly high amount. And it goes through BKB, so we know you can't just walk away from it. Slark is going BKB, won't be able to walk away from it. He can like pre-dark hack it.
God, that damage strike. Speaking of Hail Mary, that was just from across the river, and Slark shadow dance and run away, but teammate Slaughter.
Oh, we got the transition.
The gem now pick up for back for the Radiant side. Like that was ours at the beginning. We'll bring it back. The back block comes out. Another bash from Spear Breaker and the Impest Bomb. Oh man, Slark is just like, come on, man, give me a break.
Oh man.
Now you keep.
Oh, you gotta give him his rampage first though, right? Aw.
Stick with the ultra kill. GG, well played. And Empire will take care of business just in time to play the Dream League match against Team Secret. So good luck to them there for sure. But they also got to feel good about this one again. They moved to the playoffs now. One step closer.
Honestly, this has been the cleanest team that I've seen in this tournament so far. They've played very controlled. They've controlled the map, vision, Roshan, everything they've done. Their drafts have felt fairly coherent. Like, Empire looks so good right now.